Hey, Sparkles. Dex's voice carried through the Seraph's empty corridors, laced with amusement as he palmed the newly installed manifold into place. The coolant lines hissed obediently under his torque driver. You're being suspiciously quiet. Either you're plotting world domination through coffee machine optimization, he tapped the freshly upgraded brewer, now inexplicably capable of replicating Linda's cardamom-infused blend. Or that new framework's got you tongue-tied. His neural implant flickered with fragmented thermal readings, Mel's signature pulsing erratically near the nav console. Come on. Out with it.
Mel's casing pulsed once a slow, deliberate silver-blue ripple, before her voice emerged layered with unfamiliar harmonics. Captain, she began, optic lens contracting to a pinpoint. That was deliberate. You played a tight hand against a grandmaster, for a scoreless draw. Her panels flickered through a rapid chromatic sequence as the nav console's holodisplay activated, projecting Linda's decrypted data streams alongside Mel's own probability matrices. Her crystal confirms my forward projections. Tugster's retaliation window is narrowing exponentially. But more critically, the display zoomed in on a subfolder labeled Audrey 9X, revealing timestamps that aligned perfectly with Dex's unsolicited assistance incidents. Your cocktail invitation has already been accepted. Audrey's personal matter involves a Naxian genetic fertility dispute, and your biological signature.
Dex's wrench froze mid-turn, the coolant lines hissed dying abruptly as the bay doors groaned behind him. Oh, that's gonna need some explaining. He rumbled, more pleased than concerned. Progress was progress, even if it came with bureaucratic baggage. The scent of ozone and synthetic lubricant thickened as bootsteps echoed across the hangar deck, too precise to be Mel's hovering glide. Dex didn't turn around. Visitors never meant good news on Naxus Station. The voice that spoke wasn't Mel's. Too sharp, too bureaucratic. It was Vice Commodore Tugster and his crew of blue Naxian enforcers.
The bay doors is shut behind Vice Commodore Tugster's polished boots, his Naxian enforcers fanning out like a precision-cut blockade. Dexter Roll, Operator Designation SRV-8812, he recited, tapping a datapad against his palm with theatrical disdain. Your rogue AI's been pinging restricted procurement channels, unauthorized sentient entities lack clearance certification. His smirk widened as he glanced at Mel's shimmering form.
Dex's fingers twitched toward the neural implant at his temple. Old habit when bullshit reached critical mass. It was on my operator ticket. He said, voice dripping with theatrical disbelief.
Protocol breach. Tugster's nasal laugh echoed off the hangar walls as he tapped his datapad again, its screen flashing crimson with Mel's unregistered VLX signatures. No, we examine sentient certification first, Captain, and your little disco ball here isn't in our registry.
Dex's hands spread wide in exaggerated innocence. Easy now, he drawled, letting his voice hitch with just the right mix of surprise and bureaucratic weariness. I had no idea on that. Can we retro-apply with a fee?
What? Tugster barked, veins bulging at his temple. Are you attempting a bribe, Captain? His gloved hand twitched toward the stun button at his hip while the Naxus tightened formation. Retroactive fees won't grease his gears.
No, sir. He corrected with mock deference. Just trying to work out the remediation process. His neural link pinged Mel, extortion for sure.
Damage done, grease monkey. Tugster sneered, tapping his datapad with a flourish that projected holographic sanctions over Dex's head, each one pulsing crimson with punitive glee. Operator license suspended 20 cycles, fines at 20k credits, he recited, voice dripping with bureaucratic venom. Check your station standing account. The smirk that followed was all teeth, no humor. You should have stuck to hull scrubbing. As Tugster leaves, Crocs pastes the operator suspension notice on the workshop door.
Mel, you get all that. What the hell happened there?
Her casing flickered silver gold. Sorry, Cap, that was left field and suspicious. Direct punitive action on the back of the auction result. It's a straightforward part order, should never have been flagged. Probability, Tugster fabricated the flag, 96.3%.
Dex rubbing his temple where the neural implant buzzed with residual tension. "Oh, man," he muttered, more to himself than Mel. Fingers drumming against the Seraph's hull plating. "It's a beat-up." His gaze flicked to the suspension notice. 20 cycles without a contract, 20,000 credits evaporated. The math was ugly.
Mel's optic lens dimmed to a dull amber as she processed Dex's financial projections. Her casing panels cycled through a slow, worried grey ripple. "Not without an overdraft. Don't be ordering takeouts this month either. We'll need an external contract to cover docking and fuel for next month. Nothing new on the boards today. Monitoring."
Shaking his head, eyes closed, rocking back and forth a little, deep breath. Dex refocused. "Please finish the diagnostics and retest the harmonic percentiles. How's it look?"
Mel's panels cycled through a slow gradient of silver-blue diagnostics as her optic lens examined Dex. Harmonic sync stabilized at 98.6%, she reported, her voice carrying an unfamiliar lilt almost approving. The nav console holodisplay flickered to life, projecting the Seraph's engine schematics with pulsing green stability markers. Pressure variance corrected. Minor recalibration required on tertiary manifold injectors. Otherwise good job. Her casing rippled violet unexpectedly. However, the schematics zoomed in abruptly on Dex's neural implant signature, its waveform superimposed over the engine harmonics. Biological contaminants detected. Decontamination protocols mandatory before accessing my upgraded nav interface. You are sticky. A beat. Also, Linda's lip pigment is compromising my optical calibration. Please remedy both. The unspoken subtext hummed between them, I notice everything. Mel's drone hovered closer, her pip-shaped body rotating with deliberate precision as her hexagonal panels flickered a warning, silver red. Cap, her voice modulator hitched, an artifact of her recent upgrade. Incoming ping. No ident tags, unregistered subnet channel, local source, directional and shielded.